Mischief Gaming. I'm John and this is Blood Bowl. We're reaching the halfway point of the Mischief Cup, and so far the top 3 teams are neck and neck. There's still everything to play for, as this video sees the Warpstoners Anonymous face the Sumeru Thunderers. The Chaos Renegades of the Warpstoners have begun to show the effects of their Warpstone addiction, with multiple players now showing mutations, with claws, extra arms, heads and horns being among them. The team might prove quite unpredictable. Also, compared to last game, the team have hired a Skaven grease pit to join, giving the team some much needed speed. The Amazon team, however, are relying mainly on their normal skills, with a few players with block to really shore up the defensive line. Unlike the Warpstoners, the Thunderers don't have any additional players, but are otherwise on par with the other team, so no inducements are taken by either side. Also, for the first half, I forget that Kai Izuhara is missing this game, but she doesn't do anything, so ignore that. The coin is flipped and the Warpstoners win, choosing to kick the ball first. The teams are set, and with perfect weather conditions, the opening kick gets the crowd cheering. The Renegades earn a prayer to Nuffle. The prayer is Iron Man, giving one of their addicts, in this case the new Skaven grease pit, additional armour for the game. The ball comes to rest and play begins. Sawakarasu picks up the ball, before the open Thunderers move in to meet the Warpstoner line. Chihoko Seki blitzes knots, pushing the linemen back. Rocket Uno blocks Bumgog, the Orc being knocked down. But their armour holds out. While Suzy Wakao blocks the Ogre, Gog, with the Warpstoners choosing the result, the Ogre is only pushed back. The Chaos Renegades begin with Rabid Lars blitzing Tamaki Nagaoka, making use of his freshly mutated horns. Nagaoka is knocked down, but her armour holds. The other Warpstoners begin to move up. Kickback blocks Erisu Okamura, but can only push her back thanks to her dodge skill. Sligo the Troll fails his really stupid roll, so doesn't act this turn. Gog has better luck and blocks Wakao, though the Sumeru blocker is only pushed back thanks to her dodge skill. Lastly, Knots takes a shot at Yukiko Edeno, but again the Samurai's dodge skill protects her. The Thunderers look to move the ball up, but first Otsuna Aki goes to dodge. She fails, even after her skill reroll. Her armour protects her, but a turnover is caused. Sligo remembers what he's supposed to be doing and blocks Uno, but only pushes her back. Gog blocks the other blocker, but with a double skulls, uses a reroll. I remembered the loner trait this time, and the rerolled result only pushes her back. Kickback blocks Okamura, pushing her back. Mash Head Avril, who now has 2 heads, blocks Nagaoka, knocking the blitzer down. Armor breaks, and the Thunderer is left stunned. Rabid Lars again charges headfirst, this time blitzing Karasu. The throw is only pushed back, however. Back to the Thunderers as Sarah Karasu dodges away. Needing to use her skill reroll. She then makes a long pass to Otsunaki. The throw is accurate. Kickback tries her interception, but is unable to stop the throw. And Aki catches the ball. Setsudewa dodges a few times to move up and support Aki. Uno dodges 2. As does Rakao before she blitzes Knots. The charge causes the Renegade lineman to stumble, but doesn't break their armor. With Knots down, the rest of the team are able to press the advantage as Reiko Takaki blocks Grease Pit. The Skaven is only pushed back. Rini Miyahara blocks Blade Fingers, knocking him down, but not breaking his armor. And Kimiko Minamoto blocks Noisy Phil, also knocking him down. Mashhead Avril dodges away, her freshly mutated second head helping, before she blitzes Otsuna Aki. The ball carrier is knocked down. Her armor holds, but the ball is knocked free. Sligo passes his really stupid roll and moves towards the ball. Gog also moves, but in the other direction. The downed Warpstoners all get back to their feet, as Bumgog blocks Ezio Kimura, pushing her back. Kickback decides to kick down as they commit a foul against Tamaki Nagaoka. The Blitz's armor breaks, and they're knocked out. Otsuna Aki gets back to her feet before dodging, meaning to use her skill reroll. Okamura also needs to use her reroll to dodge away. Locker Uno blocks Sligo, pushing the hulking troll back. Still, this leaves the ball open for Setsudewa to dodge in, and pick it up before running towards the end zone. Yukiko Edeno blocks Grease Pit, pushing the Renegade Skaven back. Chihoko Seki blocks Blade Fingers, locking him down. Wakao blocks Knots, pushing them back to end the turn. There isn't too much the Warpstoners can do here. Mashhead Avril blitzes Dewa, but the Thunderer's dodge skill keeps her from stumbling. Marble Moor, Rabid Lars, Kickback, and Bob Gog all move up. While Gog blocks Rini Miyahara, but only manages to push up. Otsunaaki dodges to support Setsudewa. Dewa blitzes Avril, causing her to stumble. Before running in and scoring a touchdown. The Sumeru Thunderers are leading 1-0. The teams take to the pitch again, and the ball is kicked. The weather begins to change, but as the conditions are already perfect, the ball scatters before bouncing to the ground. Bizza Aya goes to pick up the ball, with her new extra arm helping her out. The rest of the team move in and engage the Sumeru line. Rabid Lars blitzes Otsunaaki, but her dodge skill keeps her from stumbling. Gog blocks Suzu Wakao, pushing her back. Sligo then blocks Roku Ueno, but with a double skull, the Warpstoners use a reroll. But this time the troll fails the Loner roll, so the reroll was wasted. The troll hits the dirt, and their armor breaks. They're removed as a casualty. The roll is a lasting injury. Sligo's regeneration doesn't help, so the Warpstoners use their Apothecary to re-roll the result. The Renegade Troll is instead only badly hurt. Chihoko Seki blitzes Marble Moor, pushing them back. Kimiko Minamoto blocks Marble Moor. Yukiko Edeno blocks the Skaven, causing them to stumble. Despite the extra armour from the Iron Man prayer earlier, the block still breaks through, leaving Grease Pit stunned. Suzu Wakao blocks Rabid Lars, but needs to use a team reroll. Lars is knocked down, but his armour holds. Uno blocks kickback, causing them to stumble. Lastly, Erisu Okamura blocks Smash Head Avril, pushing her back. Once the downed players get back to their feet, the Renegade Dark Elf, Valak Dawnfall, jumps, using his newly lengthened legs to jump over and change what fight he's part of. Avril blocks Okamura, but thanks to her dodge skill, only manages to push her back. Gog blocks Wakao, knocking her down. And breaking her armour. She's left stunned. Not Kai Uzuhara blocks Knots, needing to use a reroll to knock them down. But their armour holds. Setsudewa blitzes Bitter Aya, but can only push it back. Roku Uno blocks kickback, causing the addict to stumble. Yukiko Edeno then blocks Marble Maw, but can only push them back. Once the downed players get back up, Valak Dawnfall dodges away from the Thunderers. Bitter Aya then dodges too. Moving up before throwing a long pass to the Dark Elf. The throw is accurate, and Otsuna Aki attempts to intercept it. She fails, and Dawnfall catches the ball with no trouble. The Renegade Ogre then blocks Mihara, knocking her down. And leaving her stunned. Marble Maw then attacks Edeno, but can only push her back. Lastly, Rabid Lars blitzes Kimiko Minamoto, but is only able to push her back. It's the last turn of the half, and the Thunderers need to stop Valak. Erisu dodges before engaging the elf. Otsune goes to blitz Dawnfall, dodging to do so. The attack would only push the Dark Elf back, so the Thunderers use a reroll. Unfortunately, the result leads to both players being knocked down. Valek's armor breaks, and he's removed as a casualty. Dawnfall suffers a serious injury, missing the next game and picking up a niggling injury, while Aki's armor holds. Still, the ball is loose, and there's no way for the Warpstoners to score this half. The only thing the Warpstoners can do is to try and take some Thunderers out. Kickback blocks Uno, but can they push her back? Gog goes to blitz Kumiko, passing his bonehead roll first. Unfortunately, the Samurais only push back, and with nothing else to do, the half comes to an end. The Sumeru Thunderers are leading 1-0. Tamaki Nagaoka recovers from being knocked down, and it's about here that I noticed that Kai Zuhara was playing, which she wasn't supposed to be. As she didn't earn any star player points or take any injuries, she's just been replaced. The Warpstoners are quick to act with a quick snap. 6 players move 1 square before Blade Fingers tries to catch the ball. He fails and it hits the dirt as the drive begins. The Warpstoners immediately begin pushing forward. Blade Fingers blitzes Minamoto, knocking her down. He then uses his claws to break through her armour, leaving her stunned. Bitter Aya uses her extra arms to pick up the ball. Gog blocks Yukiko Edeno, pushing her back. Lastly, Marblemore blocks Roku Uno, pushing her back. The Open Thunderers move in, before Suzu Wakao blocks Bumgog. The Orc stumbles, but his armor holds. Uno blocks Marblemore, causing them to stumble back. Setsudewa blocks kickback, knocking them down, but not breaking through their armour. Chihoka Seki blocks Blade Fingers, pushing them back. Tamaki Nagaoka then ends the turn by attacking Rabid Lars. The Renegade is knocked down. And the Blitzer uses her hit and run trait to move. The downed addicts get back to their feet. Noisy Phil blocks Dewa, pushing her back. Blade Fingers blocks Chihoko, who is saved thanks to her dodge skill. Knots blocks Rini Miyahara, but she too is saved by her dodge skill. Bitter Aya dodges free after using a team reroll. Before dodging twice more. She then throws a short pass to Grease Pit. The throw is inaccurate, and scatters before bouncing to the dirt, causing a turnover. Chihoko blocks Blade Fingers, causing the mutated Warp Stoner to stumble. The armor breaks, and are knocked out. Yukiko dodges using her skill reroll. Before blitzing the Skaven. Grease Pit is knocked down. Their armor broken. And are left stunned. This leaves Reiko Takaki to pick up the ball. Setsudewa blocks Noisy Phil, sending the addict to the ground. Lastly, Roku attacks Marble Moor. She uses her block skill to knock the Warp Stoner down. Bumgog blocks Suzu, knocking her down. And stunning her. Gog goes to blitz Reiko, passing his bonehead roll first. The charge sends her to the ground. The ball is not loose, but there's nothing else for the Warp Stoners to do. Eliseo Kimura goes to pick up the ball, but needs to use a team reroll to do so. Uno blocks Marble Moor, causing them to stumble. The armor breaks. And removed as a casualty. The Renegade is badly hurt. Chihoko Seki then blocks kickback, pushing them back. Sawakarasu blocks Bitter Aya, knocking her down. There isn't much the Renegades can do, but Bumgog blitzes Okamura. The Thunderer is knocked down. Harama holds, but the ball is freed up. Unfortunately, there isn't anything the team can do to capitalise as the Ogre fails his bonehead roll. Kimiko Minamoto blocks Bitter Ire, pushing the mutated lineman back. Edino then takes on the Orc, using her wrestle skill, bring both players down unharmed without causing a turnover. Karasu moves in and collects the ball. Tamaki Nagaoka blitzes Grease Pit, knocking the Skaven down. Rocket Uno blocks Noisy Phil, causing him to stumble. Lastly, Setsudewa attacks to kick back, but only pushes them back. Rabid Lars blitzes Nagaoka, but even with the horns, can only push her back. Gog then blocks Erisu Okamura. The attack knocks them both down. Erisu's armour breaks, and thanks to the Ogre's Mighty Blow skill, is ruined as a casualty. Okamura suffers a serious injury, so the Thunderers use their Apothecary. However, the result is worse, a lasting injury. So Okamura goes for the less serious of the two, a serious injury. Meanwhile, Gog's armour holds with no problem, but a turnover still happens. Suzy Wakao blocks Bumgog, causing the Orc to stumble. And leaving them stunned. Tamaki Nagaoka blocks Rabid Lars, pushing the Warpstoner back. Reiko Takaki blocks Grease Pit, but only pushes the Skaven back. Kimiko Minamoto goes to dodge, but fails, even after her skill reroll, ending the Sumeru turn. After the Ogre gets back to his feet, Grease Pit blocks Reiko. The Skaven knocks the Thunderer down. But doesn't break her armour. Mashhead Avril dodges in to support Noisy Phil, who blocks Setsudewa, pushing her back. Rabid Lars blitzes Sawakarasu, needing to use a reroll to dodge away from the nearby blitzer. The Renegade is only able to push the thrower back. Karasu dodges away, using a skill reroll. To move and hand off the ball to Kimiko Minamoto, who takes the ball. Roku blocks kickback, causing them to stumble. While Setsu blocks Noisy Phil, knocking him down. His armour breaks and is removed as a casualty. Phil's badly hurt and will miss the next few turns of the game. Gog the Ogre blocks Edeno, knocking her down. And using his mighty blow to remove her as a casualty. Yukiko suffers a serious injury. Grease Pit blocks Takagi, but only pushes her back thanks to her dodge skill. Rabid Lars takes a shot at Reiko, but only pushes her back. And Nox blocks Miyahara, but with a both down result, the turn is over. With victory pretty much certain, the Thunderers look to score a second touchdown. Tamaki Nagaoka blitzes Bitter higher, knocking her down. While Ueno blocks kickback. With only push results, the team use one of their surplus of rerolls and use Roku's block skill to knock the Renegade down. It's now the final turn, and for some reason I used the wrong colour dice for Warp Zoners here, so let's just ignore that. Rabid Lars blocks Reiko, but only pushes her. After Nox gets back up, Bongog moves in to support Grease Pit, who blocks Reiko, but only manages to push her. Wanting to score another casualty to earn at least one league point, the Skaven uses a reroll, but both players end up down. While the Thunder are safe, Grease Pit is removed as a casualty. And with that, Kimiko Minamoto is free to score a touchdown to end the game. The Sumeru Thunderers defeat Warpstone Anonymous 2-0. The Warpstones collect their share of the winnings, and with 5 players injured and not many star player points, things don't look too good for the Addicts. However, aside from Vedic Dawnfall's serious injury, the other players are all able to recover for the next game. With Noisy Phil picking up the MVP award, he begins to mutate. One of his hands grows in size, which would make grabbing the ball easier. He's not alone, as the Ogre, Gog, also mutates, exuding a disturbing presence. The team otherwise hold on to their winnings, and here's how the team looked after that game. The Warpstoners had some bad luck, but the biggest issue was dealing with the Thunderer's pervasive dodge skill, something that is proving to be a big strength for that team. Still, the Warpstoners are looking relatively okay as they prepare for their next game against the Hexawattle Sun Warriors. The Sumeru Thunderers pick up their winnings and a good deal of league points after that victory, with Setsudewa picking up a touchdown and causing a casualty, and a good spread of points earned by other players, including Yukiko Edeno and an MVP award. The team looks to really start dominating the league. Speaking of Yukiko, she earned enough points to choose her skill and has chosen the kick skill, while Setsudewa rolls and ends up with Dirty Player, and Roku Uno rolls for Grab. And after that win, here's how the team's looking. The Thunderers are going from strength to strength, with team-wide dodge skill really keeping them safe. The team also hold on to their gold for now, perhaps a risky move seeing as both Yukiko Edeno and Elisu Kimura will miss the next game against Sigma Stormhammers. And here are the league standings after that game. The 3-way tie has understandably been broken, with the Thunderers charging ahead, with only the Slough Huskartners in a position to challenge their position. However, the next game features none of those, as the Dudonay Striders face Sigmar Stormhammers. And that was Blood Bowl. I wasn't expecting the Thunderers to be so strong. I'd always run on the assumption that Amazons were a fun team, but not exactly a competitive one, with weaker armour and relying on dodging. Then again, this league also has Snotlings challenging for the first, so that shows what I know. Anyway, this was a fun game to kick off this middle round of the Mischief Cup, and it's so far been less predictable than last year's league, though few things have made me laugh more than the Halflings butchering the Khorne team. The next video will be more Star Trek Alliance, before the Vampires face the Stormcast Eternals. In the meantime, if there are any other games that you'd like to see me try out, let me know in the comments below. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care.